Good day, viewers and listeners. Welcome yet again to another episode of Business Chronicles here at Studio 84. Studio 84 is a podcast space set up to facilitate individuals and businesses and organizations to tell their stories and along the way position themselves as authorities at what they do, because we believe everyone is an authority at something. My name is Solomon Tumwesigye. I'm one of your hosts here at Business Chronicles. And today I have the pleasure and honor to host a young woman. She's older in business than she is in looks and in age. Very experienced. She has been there. She has done that. I know she has done a lot of things. Her current business is in logistics and moving things. But she has had her hand in marketing and sales. She's about to tell us everything herself. Habibah, please introduce yourself and tell us what you actually do.
Yes, I'm Habibah Matovu, Narada, in clearing and logistics. Yes, here I am.
Okay, Habibah is. Did you confess that you're shy?
Really, I'm not, though I'm just trying. But let me
Habibah is in clearing and logistics. She has been at it. How long have you been doing this, Habibah?
Now 14 years.
14 years.
Department. Yes.
14 years on doing clearing and logistics. I'm sure she has hit her 10,000 hours. Averagely, they say if you've done something consistently for 10 years, then you're an expert at what you do. So I can
Indeed.
comfortably call you an expert
Of course.
on in logistics.
Logistics, yes.
Habibah, how did you end up in logistics?
Yes. When I finished my campus.
Yes.
I had an auntie.
Yes.
In SBC Plaza.
Yes.
She's dealing in hijabs, veils, Islamic attires, all.
Yes. Yes.
So when she used to import,
as
of now she's importing from Dubai.
Yes.
So she was getting transporters.
Yes.
For her cargo. Yes. Then those guys used to be young a bit, and they are exchanging dollars.
Yes.
So one day I told my brain that one day I want to be in dollars department. So I was I have to be in logistics.
Yes.
By then.
Yes.
It was around 2010.
Wow.
Then it came to my mind that I have to go to that department, even if what and what. Yes. I have to go there.
Yeah.
Then I was like, how? In fact, I was selling those jobs, helping my mom. Doing that part of paying those guys, because she could tell me, go in the Forex Bureau, buy this amount of money, you give to this. I have forgotten the name, but they are young guys. Then one day she had a saga. Their container got an issue at Mombasa. Yes. Then in that container, there are lots of clothes and spares. So for her clothes, the container reached when it was already delayed a bit. Yes. So the clothes were full of oil and others. So they were dirty. Yes. So she told me, but these people have done me badly. Then I told her, get her other people also. Then she resorted to another forwarder. Again, the forwarder whom she got into was a young guy again. Yes. Then I was inspired by those people. Then I left her for about a year, because I had worked for her for over 3 years. When I was at campus, I was working with her. Yes. So when I finished campus, then I decided to leave her. Then I do my hustle part of it. I went. Then with that inspiration of the guys having dollars,
yes.
young people
in
dollars, and I was I have to be there, come what may. Then I left to other entities. I went into marriage in those areas, so I went into marriage. Then later, I had a friend who told me, Habibah, you told me you don't have a job. Now what can we do? Because there's this, and you are living at Bulenga, there's this guy who is in need of a worker. Then I went to that guy. The guy told me, Habibah, here I want a worker, but I want that person who knows how to sell. There are these CDs.
Yes.
Yet I'm not a fan of like videos and others. I'm not a fan. I'm not. Yes. Then I told him, but how will I make it? I don't think I'll. Because the way I looked at him, he became scared. Then he told me, Habibah, what are your levels?
Yes.
Then I told him, I went to university level. Oh, you were like thinking about the money which your parents put in. Then I'm telling you to sell DVDs. Then he was like, I'm going to give you 5,000 a day, then lunch and others. Then I told him. Then he told me, Habibah, but me, I work in Warid. Will you manage sales really? I told him, so long as I'm working in the corporate department, I'll be known.
Yes.
So take me there. He told me, okay, you'll come next week like Fridays, because we always have sales meeting on Fridays.
Yes.
And I take you there. That was Warid by then. At Clement Hill.
Yes.
Then I told my husband, you know what? There's someone who has told me that he's going to take me to Warid to do sales. Then he told me, sure, you to be in sales. I told him I will go. I have nothing to do because I don't want to sit at home. To sit with my career, no. I went to Warid.
Hold on.
Yes.
Which career at this point? What did you study at the university, Habibah?
Indeed, I did mass communication, and I specialized in public relations and advertising. So when I saw as my capacity that indeed I can do marketing for that thing, that's why I told that man, George, who was called George, I told him, George, I'll join you.
Okay.
Then I went in the morning hours, like it was around. He told me, you have to come early. I told him, I'll come, no worries. Then I was there by 7 a.m. I was there. Other members came when I was there. Then he told me, Habibah, you're going to sell SIM cards, you're going to sell landlines, you're going to sell these small phones. Then I told him, but where will I get clients? Because by then I used to sit in the shop and clients come.
Yes.
Now I have to hustle for them.
Go out and look for them.
Then I he told me, here in Warid, we just give you capital, then you go and sell. Then after a sale, you have to get your salary. Monthly, it was 300 by then, 300,000. They could give you 100 SIM cards. You put them on air. Then you get that feedback, that money, small money, like 500,000 by then.
Yes.
Then they activate. Once those people activate, that is like a sale.
Yes.
They buy airtime, they do what? Then I could be I used to be lumber last.
Yes.
By then, because I had just joined. Then I came moving slowly and slowly.
Growing
then
up in the sales
happened,
right. Yes.
Now Habibah is leading the sales department.
Wow.
You are going to become the lead? Supervisor. Then there were some entities, like 3 entities. Then I told him, I don't want to be a leader. I want to be there. When I'm making my money and the company becomes happy, it pays me, I move on.
Yes.
Then I became a sales person.
Yes.
When I was very confident enough, because I could sell in many companies. When the era came, registrations, I used to sell SIM cards to big companies. There's when we did registration in Bank of Uganda. So I happened to get some clients there. We went to URA. So indeed, I got to know a lot of corporates, the way I wanted. Then Warid was sold to Airtel.
Yes.
That's the time I left Warid. I left sales in communication departments, because by then I wanted at least to be where I the department I studied into. So that was communication.
Yes.
Then I did that part. Then I left there. So I left Warid and I went to Airtel, doing the same thing, sales.
Yes.
When I went to Airtel, I had some friends of mine, like 4. They had given us landlines. When they gave us landlines, we used to move into big offices in town. So my friend Noru had gone away with some landline of mine.
Yes.
So they went to a shop, to a big company, a logistic company. They told them we wanted a landline. Then Noru told them, but mine are over. I have one for Habibah.
Yes.
And Habibah, she's the one who has the receipt, because that company wanted a receipt.
Yes.
Then I told, Noor told me, Habibah, go very early on Monday with your landline and a receipt. I told her, okay, I'll go there. I found his first logistics company. It was new in Uganda. It was located at Mabiri's. Then when I entered in to take the landline, I told manager, I want to be a salesperson here.
You saw the dollars.
I saw the dollars. Then he told me, sure, Habibah, will you manage? I told him I will manage. Where will you get clients? I told him I have them already. Then
You had your mother in mind.
And I had the friends of my mother who were importing. And already I knew that I'll go and tell them that, you know what, there is a big company which has come out with this service. Let's try them. I remember, Mommy, you
were complaining. You lost, your shipment because it was
is the best
solution.
Company.
Yes.
Then he told me, no. But if you want commission, I'll give you. But
you bring the clients,
I'll give you commission.
Yes.
Then I told him, I would do that. In fact, I was confident in that because I had smelled that dollar thing, which I wanted.
Yes.
Then he told me, come next week, we are going to give you a T-shirt and other things. But though you remember, I was in Airtel and I did not really wanted to leave Airtel because I was getting this Kawikire money of 100,000.
Yes.
No salary, but I was getting at least that money.
Yes.
And I was not so sure that these people are going to give me that 100,000 a week. I went. I spent those four days. Then I went on Monday. The other week, I went and met manager. I told him, manager, I'm back. Then he told me, I thought you're not going to come back. I told him, once I want something, I want it.
Yes.
That's why I'm here. He told me, Habibah, you know what? As I told you earlier, I'm not going to give you salary, but be working, be bringing in clients. Straight away, I went to these clients of jewelers who bring from China, those of air. I gave them business. And one day I closed like a ton on air.
Yes.
That is 1,000 kgs.
Yes.
I brought them on board. I'd spent with them a year minus being paid. I was on commission basis. And worst of it, that commission was not given to me. And yes, because I was like not paid for a month, then commission would like not be given. He could give me like 20,000. Then I was feeling bad.
I thought you would say you were earning commission in dollars.
No.
The dollars didn't come.
No, he did. We used to like to make them change. Then he gives me 20 or 50. Then I was like, this is not the vision I want.
No.
I want dollars. In fact, I hustled with that company when I was like, I want dollars, even if what, I will hustle. I spent 1.5 years doing hustle work of no payment, but I have mindset that I would get
one day
dollars.
I want to get to where you want, earning in dollars.
Then we had a black who was our manager by then. Then our directors, I was not working there, though I was coming up every day, reporting in the book, at the same time doing Airtel work.
Yes.
So I would mediocring, but I wanted to be in logistics, though found myself in Airtel. Then after 1.5 years, our managers came, the founders of the company came. Then earlier they had come, they were seeing me present, but I was not on payroll. Then those bosses came. Then they told me, but you young lady, we saw you there last year. Even now we are seeing you here. You are not on payroll. How do you survive? And do you really bring clients? I told them, I have a list of them. And I have the businesses which I covered in this company. But I've worked for a whole 1.5 years, no payment. Now, indeed, I want to be compensated before I go further with you. Then they told me, Habibah, bring in your clients, bring in the list. I was helped by Emma, because Emma was a relative of the manager. Emma printed out everything of mine.
The Emma that we know?
No.
Okay.
Emma of First Logistics.
Okay.
Then Emma printed out everything of mine, all of my clients whom I was supposed to get commission and I was not given. I gave them a booklet. Solomon, after the meetings of those bosses of ours, they came out and they told me, Habibah, we need you on Wednesday. On Wednesday at Hotel Africana. I was like, what? What are they going to tell me? Is it the same thing that he has of a commission, or they are going to give me salary? Someone, I went there. I found two Indians, though I've forgotten the names. They told me, Habibah, now you are given a job in our company. We are going to pay you $450.
Finally, the dollars.
Finally, the dollars. I was like, God, what's this I'm saying? $450. And I was supposed, and it was to be done like transfer. So I had to open up a dollar account in Standard Chartered.
Wow.
It was really a dream. And from there, I started real business in logistics.
Did you get your past commissions?
No. They told me, since you've worked for some 1.5 years, we cannot compensate you because money is not there.
Yes.
And there, by then, you are hustling. So God has seen you with that hustle of yours.
Yes.
Now you've got a job.
Do you think you learned things during that 1.5 years of working without pay?
Yes, I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of things. And the biggest part of it was patient. And many young ladies, they don't want to be waiting for long. Yes. So I learned that in whatever you want, you have to be patient. And from that patience, you can go where you want.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
You were married during that 1.5 years.
Yes.
What was your husband's opinion on going to work every day and not making anything?
For sure, I did not mention anything.
You didn't tell him you are not being paid?
Yes, I did not mention anything because he told me, but I always see you going in town. At the end of the day, he told me, I want transport, I want this, I want this, I want... How are you surviving in town? Really, how are you surviving? I'm going to tell you not to go in town forever because you're doing nothing. I told him, if I went to school and I got my degree, you think I have to sit home and I nurse for the kids? I have to sing into my boxes. So I'll not leave town, my husband. I will not.
Okay, Habibah, I have to. This is the point in the program where I ask you to tell me because I have to edit this thing properly.
Yes.
Did you ever confess to him that you are not making money, or do we have to cut out that part now? Or is he about to learn it for the first time on this podcast?
No. He knows.
He now knows. So we'll not cut it out.
Because he knew I was not getting money, though I could move in town.
I thought he was about to learn for the first time.
No. He knows.
Habibah, I learn a lot of things from your story so far. A lot of patience, passion at what you do. Because if you don't really love and have passion for what you do, you can't keep doing it for 1.5 years without pay. I also know that your sales, gig at Warid sustained you all this time.
True.
How was it selling SIM cards? And you were among those people I saw walking the streets with bags selling SIM cards.
Yes, but though.
And those little phones. What was it? Kabiriti, Katochi. Which ones did you bring?
That Katochi which has black throat. A black throat. In fact, for me, my part, I could not move with the bag behind me.
Yeah.
I could get those SIM cards from the warehouse. Yeah. Say they give you like 100. In that white box, there are 100 SIM cards. Yes. So I could go on the street and I distribute to those ones who are going to call. Bitano. So I could give them at a cheaper rate because I was giving them at 300 shillings. They could sell at 1,000.
Wow.
Or 500. So when that SIM card goes on air, yes, that adds value to the communication house. Wow. Or to the those
the
bodies,
network.
The network.
Yeah.
So long as it goes on air. So long, even if that person loads like corporate things, because we could use different categories. Because someone can load a month, that is a corporate. And when you sell a line and someone loads a corporate, you get high luck.
Wow.
You get a lot of commission
Habibah,
on that.
So you were a salesperson.
I was salesperson.
You also had your salespeople on the streets
who
are calling, shouting with the microphone.
Me, I could be the boss disputing.
You are your own boss already.
I was my own boss because I could get those ones. Then I give them at a cheaper rate. They deduct me like 150.
I get it. Yes.
Then 150 comes as my salary. Wow. Then plus that one which goes on air, because you had to sell.
There's a commission of whatever line goes on air.
Yes. That was 100. It's either 500 shillings or 200 shillings.
So when finally the dollars started coming in the account, you left this airtime sales thing.
I left it because by then I had left you Airtel. Okay. I worried to Uganda Telecom. Is it Uganda Telecom? Yes, it's Uganda Telecom. Because I moved in all the networks.
All the networks, yes.
I went in MTN. I went in.
Habibah, we have just a few minutes left in our conversation. So when do you now you start doing proper logistics work?
Proper logistic work, I started, it was 2000, what? Because over now it's 14 years.
Yeah.
Indeed, so 5 moved into 4 companies.
Yes.
But I was in operation part of it.
Yes.
Like when someone brings container from China, Dubai, everywhere. So I could those chains all over Mombasa, loading from the other from Oregon to destination.
Yes.
Then 5 years back, I'm now in ICDs, where those containers land to.
Yes.
We could offload those containers from there. We do those groupages, one container, you can be having 15 clients.
3, 4, 5, 15.
15, yes.
Wow.
We could get those bills of lading for their own. Every client owns his own cargo.
Reconcile with
URA. I coordinate each and everything. Yeah. So for sure, in that department which I wanted of dollar thing, now I'm like in dollar thing which I wanted. So once like you have a dream,
Yeah.
you have to work, or you have to struggle, or you have to like to undergo all the processes, then
Yeah.
you go into that thing.
Did you see yourself getting to where you are now, or did you find yourself there and then you're like, hold on, once upon a time I dreamed of being like this?
Yes. And even if, in fact, when I move around, that's why even my, like, I had some presentation, and I told my person who was presenting me that what I want, Habibah want to be with dollars in her wallets. So what I was hunting for over years, I'm now into that thing.
Wow.
Yes. So you need like to be passionate on something. You have to think about something, and you look for measures how you will reach there.
Going to get there.
Yes.
Habibah, so family is growing.
Yes.
How is the family? You have kids?
Yes.
How many?
I have 3 girls.
Wow.
One in secondary, another on P4, P5, Rahma Ramsha, and
Yes.
Raihan. I have girls. Yes.
Wow. So how do you, because now you're full-time in this logistics business.
Yes.
How do you raise the children and at the same time?
Indeed.
Remember the husband was asking you what you're doing in town.
I'm going to tell you to leave town, because you cannot tell me that every day you ask for transport. Again, you tell me I'm working.
I'm working. Either
How are you making your life now?
husbands have a way of asking the difficult questions.
I could like sleep a bit, and I look like this, and what can I tell him? How can I narrate this story to him? Let me just keep quiet.
How do you balance the children?
How do I balance my station? Because me, I was raised up from many families, in extended families, where there are guardians, what and what. So I noticed, because I had that strength from my guardian, that is Hajat Hanifa Sengendo. So for her, since she's a doctor, at the same time a guardian, a parent, so she could set her time. So I learned from her how to set my time. So when it comes to company work or work, I balanced. So I decided not, like I told my husband, you know what, our kids might not get enough time of us and books as well.
Yes.
So what we do, we take our kids to boarding section, so that they are like not left out by these vans that mommy today did not go to school. So we managed to put our kids in boarding schools. So I could like balance my time now.
Yes.
For family, because we are 2 home now. We could say like at this time we'll be home.
So you have time for your marriage.
For my marriage.
Have time for work.
For the work.
And you visit the children often at school.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's why we balanced up. That's why I've like managed to balance up my life and my family as well.
That's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting, Habibah.
Yes.
So tell me, your logistics business, who are your typical clients? Who do you serve most?
I serve most guys of old spares. That is the auto parts.
Auto parts, yes.
Auto parts, new and old. Then there are those of electronics
and electricals.
And electricals.
Yes.
Then there are these of in construction department, because I have my potential client of Tesla Technical Services.
Yes.
Those guys are in construction and they distribute goods of national water.
Yes.
And from those ends, because that Tesla is like a corporate client who serves national water. So there was also when that the manager of that company gave me a work of bringing there are 17 containers from Nairobi
Wow.
to National Water. And it was my first time to enter into the premises of National Water
Water.
without any hindrance on the way.
Wow.
Because I brought you cargo. So that's why I'm here. Indeed, I was like happy. So those are like my clients. And those of also clothes. Indeed, I deal in a variety of clients.
So as long as people are bringing in cargo,
yes,
containers or anything.
Even if it is export, I do.
Okay.
Even if I do it, even if the air was like the person can be having like 10 kilos of cargo from Dubai, tells me I can bring.
You can bring it in.
So I bring in whatever category of cargo.
In your 14 years of logistics,
Yes.
have you had any shocking stories or many surprising stories that have happened to you in your line of work?
Yes, yes.
Without mentioning names.
Without mentioning names. You know, in logistics, it's logical as the way you are seeing it. It's logical. And it needs a lot of like thinking and like, a lot of thinking.
Yes.
And working fast. Because once you're like your company is like speed a bit, you can go into that one.
Yes.
So one day I had a client gave me some items of clothes. These rolls.
Importing.
Ndivota. No.
Yeah.
These rolls, the real.
Oh yes.
Rolls,
the fabric, the brand new fabric.
Yes. And you know, nowadays in URA, there are some issues which they've brought on board.
Yeah.
Which was not there by then.
Yes.
Because we could they could release the entry without going into values on the IM7. Now imagine you have 10 clients or 15 clients in a container. It's only one officer who has to give the values per item. You know, they are assorted cargo.
Let's continue like I understand what IM7 is.
IM7. This is the document of URA where it has all the categories of clients in that container.
Yes.
So it's
the shared container, so it has the different people who are sharing it.
Yes. Yeah. So in that entry, there imagine 15 clients or 10.
Yes.
In that 10 clients, every client has a category of item.
Yes, different things.
And you might find you have a supermarket in that.
Yes.
Supermarket has
already has assorted things.
Like 650
different items.
Packages.
Wow.
650. And inside, there are those small ones. Assorted. You have to count one by one.
Wow.
So a scenario came in when the values were supposed to be given on that entry. Because earlier, they could just go normal. The entry goes into the normal thing as a container. Then you go and capture for your client. That is the document which is like an IM4 to pay. But now, system changed. And the client had given me work. Indeed, it was October. Container reached in November towards December. And you know,
they have to clear things in time for the season.
December, it is a hectic season.
Yes, it is.
And imagine they've put a new thing on board. And even if you explain to the client that it is this and this and this, it is a hassle. What I did, that client told me, Habibah, I gave you my work in October.
It's December.
Now December's elapsed.
I want my
January has gone. It's now 4 months.
Wow.
Why would that happen? It's because of the process of URA which was put in the pipeline. And you could not convince the client that it is this and this. And this thing is beyond my control. Even if I want to speed, I cannot bribe network. Solomon, I hustled on that day. And finally, the rates which were given on those fabrics, imagine, they had given, it was going into 5 millions. And when you see on the packages, you can't even pay 2 million.
Yes.
So I had to go into other methods, like going into, because the entry was released with that amount of 5 million, of which the client has to pay. And imagine you had quoted the client that you will give me like 3 million, 2.5 millions for all the consignment, which includes freight, everything.
Yes.
Imagine in the middle, everything's changed. And you tell the client that, you know what, me, I want to serve you. And every day, I put you on my front page that this and this and this and this. But things are not working out well. Just I'm begging for your patience.
He didn't want to listen.
Happy, but you know what you are doing, you don't know maybe what. So I felt bad in that perspective.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when really I learned a lot that once you're like dealing with the client, you have to separate them.
Yeah.
Because there are those clients, indeed it was not bad it was bad on my side, but though there are some clients who are new in these fields,
Yes.
and they need really to teach them before you go into that business in details, because you can mislead them.
Yes.
From that issue, I learned a lot from that challenge, that whenever I get a business from the client, I tell him or her that, you know what, there are some processes which are done, and like they are not
in my control. Sometimes things will delay.
Yes.
Because
of ABCD.
Okay.
And now for this one, indeed, I did not throw away the items.
No.
But I hustled to different departments of URA, like trade. I could go to warehousing. Then I told them that, you know what, the client was given a lot of revenue.
High assessment, yes.
So I wanted, like, you reduce for her this and this. You know, the guys of your are always busy. We are in the meeting. We are this and this. You cannot tell the client, because once you tell the client, now that one is not serious. How can she tell me for 4 months? But those things really happen. But good enough, I managed to bring out that cargo and put her at the premises, like I promised her to.
Wow.
So
Habibah, one last one.
Yes.
You've been doing this for 14. What's the one thing? Is there anything that shocked you with all this experience that you have? You expected a certain image or picture of the business. What has shocked you, and what advice would you give a young person who wants to be like you when they grow up?
Indeed, it's a bit challenging, because in this department, it needs a lot of investments, not in monetary terms.
Yeah.
Like you have to put in some marketing skills, and you have to level down yourself.
Yes.
So you might be having a degree, but your client never went to school. And that client is the one you want, because those clients are the ones who bring business on board. And I don't need this like format email. Let's send me this email for this and this and this. No, it just gives you an invoice that, Habibah, I have my cargo in China, I have my cargo in Dubai. Here is the invoice. Even I don't know how to explain to the suppliers.
Yes.
Help me out. So the advice I could give this young generation or young lady to be down to earth.
Yes.
Once you are like down to earth, things just come anyhowly.
Know your customer. Know how
Know
to
your
deal with
customer.
them. Meet them where they are.
Even if a client calls you that, you know what, I'm in the garage, because those are the clients who have money. So you have to work to look for those clients. Yes, the cream one will come, or the dream one.
Yes.
The big ones will come in, but after you serving well, those cheaper ones, they are the ones who bring business on board.
Wow.
Yes.
Habibah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Your stories are really long. Our viewers and listeners, I'm sure we haven't even scratched the surface with Habibah. She has so many stories. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Something you had prepared to say a heart of?
Do you know what, Solomon? In fact, indeed, the way I want to work for money or the way I want to get money, I started like working for money when I was in P4.
No way.
P4. And I grew up with my grandmother.
Yeah.
In the village called Jeza, Tiana Road. My late grandmother. We had a dog at home.
Yes.
Then that dog, we used to give it meat on Saturdays. Then Jaja could wake me up, then he tells me, Habibah, go to the butcher and get those meat for the dog.
For the dog.
Then, like, I admired there are some little guys who were selling those polyethene bags.
Yes.
Then I went back home. It was around 1 p.m. because I could come in the morning, then I could rot around
Hang
in the
around.
night. Then I went back. Then I told Jaja, what I've noticed, I want to start make a business. Will you give me money? The Jaja told me, but Habibah, I want money. Now you want money for what? I'm going to buy these Boveras and I sell. I know the other friend of yours, a relative.
Yes.
Because it was called Jaja. Jaja, who? There was that grandpa of hers. Then she told me, but will you manage to bring back my capital?
Yes.
I told her, yes, I will do so, Jaja. Then she gave me 1,500 shillings.
Wow.
The bundle had like 50 pieces inside.
Yes.
I was in P4, imagine, 9 years. Then on Saturday, I went in the morning. I got those meat for the dog and bones. I kept. Then it was around 8 in the morning. I sell those Boveras. They could call Kavera, then I could come in. So I became familiar to those big people who were buying in bulk the kilos of meat. I could sell at 50 shillings. So I could get 5,000 in that Kavera.
Wow.
And one day, on that Saturday, I could sell all those 50 pieces.
Yes. Yes.
So I took back the 1,500 to Jaja. Then she told me, now, where's your capital now? So I told her, now I'm going to keep this 2,000. Now 1,500, I'm going to buy another package.
Wow.
I sold those Boveras for over my primary because I could go in for Saturdays and I was a day scholar.
So when we go back to that village, Habibah, do they still remember the Kavera girl?
So me, like when I find people, those guys of Boveras who are on the street, I remember my memory that once I was
to be one of these people.
And once like I could be buying my things for my own. And my mom, because my dad died long time ago. Yes. And my mom like could not pay for me fees. No. I could get the money from the drawers of my grandmom because I could pick and keep.
Yes.
It gave me a padlock where to keep my money.
Wow, Habibah.
So that's Habibah.
Viewers and listeners, I warned you. I told you Habibah's stories are many. I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Habibah and learned something from it. One of my biggest lessons is, resilience, hang in there, know your customer, meet them where they are. It's never too early to start. I mean, for the kids, 9 years selling Kavera and all that, all those marketing and sales skills ingrained in her brain at a very early age come in handy much later in life. Until the next episode of Business Chronicles, my name is Solomon Tumwesigye, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.